So it's an interesting smell coming down here with the primer on the walls and a few of the doors. Not all of them because actually they ran out of primer at the end. So two of the doors over here don't have primer on the outside, and I believe um, that they said they're going to put a couple extra coats of the paint on there just to make sure that it's properly applied. On that same notion, a friend of mine who actually picked up the paint for me with a great discount, emphasis on great discount, and I'm much appreciative of it, mentioned that when she picked up the paint, the instruction she got was that the primer or each application, whether it be primer, first coat, second coat, should have a drying time of 6 hours for it to properly absorb into the new drywall. Now, that's something I'm going to have a talk with the guys about when they get back, just to make sure that they agree. And I mean, they've done painting for years and stuff like that, so I'm sure they understand how to paint. But I just want to make sure that one, that the quality is correct, and that things properly dry. At this point, there's still spots on the wall, which I don't know if you can see here, which haven't really dried yet, so I can't suspect that um, the drywall is all, or not the drywall, the primer is all completely dry everywhere and ready for the next coat. So I want to make sure definitely that um, this is done correctly and everything. There's still some touch-ups they need to do in different places. Like there's taping in the corner over here. If you probably can't see it in the shot, but there's some tape that's bubbling a little bit. So stuff like that. They know about that stuff. They wanted to put the primer on so they can see little defects here and there and fix those and make those more perfect. One of the things I had issue with over here is my crawl space door, which as you can see now, there's a lock on, which makes life a lot easier for me as far as opening and closing that door. So while the guys were at Home Depot this morning, they picked up a lock for me. Just because they were going, I said, "Can you pick it up while you're there?" So now that has a lock, I don't have to worry about the many ways over the years that I've been here. I've been able to keep that door closed. Um, so once the paint's done today, I'm assuming it's all gonna be done today. But like I said, we'll have a talk about the drying time and all that stuff today. Once that's all done, then the next step is the electronics and the carpeting, which I'm going away to Boston this coming weekend, so I won't be able to do anything about that this week. So it'll stay pretty much painted and unfinished this week, and then the week I come back is when I'll actually get more focused on getting the electronics, getting the wiring of the speakers and the mounts for the speakers and all that stuff, getting that stuff in, getting some of the furniture like the entertainment center I'm going to have in. That's going to be right there with the TV that's going to be on that wall right there. Basically that box that I showed you a couple of films ago. And once that's done, with the wiring of the speakers, the entertainment center, and the TVs all mounted, and then really I have to bring a cable from above the drop ceiling over for the cable box. I'll give Verizon a call, get another box, get it all set up, and then from there it'll be a basement with entertainment system, speakers all wired, and then the next step will be furniture. So I'm not really worried about the furniture's last for me because at worst case scenario I can move the couch from upstairs to downstairs and it could be a temporary solution until I get the furniture in here that I want, because I don't want to just buy any type of furniture. I want to buy something that's comfortable, something that I'm going to like, and something that's going to be durable. So I want to make sure that that stuff happens. So in the meantime, I have a couch or a love seat and chaise set upstairs. I can bring that downstairs temporarily, and we're still in business. Um, but last major thing for the contractors, um, which the next video I will be giving you their name because I keep forgetting it every time, um, is today with the painting. That's the last big step for them, really. Last big thing, because this is pretty much once they're done, that's the final product. So the final product needs to be high quality. And that's what they're going to do today. They're going to do the touch-up stuff against the primer, come back, do the painting of the walls. Got the browns on these walls. It's brown pretty much everywhere except this wall here will be red, back wall, there will be red, here will be red. There's a wall to the right that faces that way, faces the door, that's going to be red. And then the bathroom's going to be completely red. And I made that decision because there's just so much brown. Now, obviously, brown probably look better because you got the brown vanity, you got the sort of a shade of brown tiles. So one would think that brown would be great, but there's just so much brown that I decided I got a gallon of red. Let's use some red. Also, any door outside is going to be brown. So you got the one door here, you got the one door there, and you got the one door here, which is already prime, which is going to be brown as well because the rest of the room is brown. Pretty much any wall facing that way is going to be red, and that's it. And the bathroom. And then the insides of the doors will be painted white. The back door here will be painted white. The guys went to pick up some of that. And that's how it's going to go. So I'll show you the finished, basically the finished and drying, most likely basement later today or tonight or tomorrow morning. And you'll get a shot of some of the stuff that's happening with electronics going in and some of the wire pull. Every wall, as far as pulling the electronic wires for the speakers, is exposed and open except this one. So the speaker that's most likely going to go to here, pop up, and I'm going to have to do some finagling and getting the wire down into the wall, punch through the wall, little drill hole, just pull the wire through, and then we should be good to go. But every other wall I have complete access to as far as drilling holes and comfort level and you know, as far as comfort level, as far as having enough room to work. This would be the only wall where there may be some difficulty getting the wire into the wall and stuff like that. Shouldn't be no big deal. So I'll show you the paint and we'll go in for there. And until then, take care.